We have all been self-conscious about ourselves. We all had a time where we wanted to impress someone, whether it would be a crush, your parents, friends, job interviewer. But now, although yes, this can be a good thing, you want to try and do your best to impress these people, it can also be harmful. It can be a bad thing. It can make you depressed and destroy your self-image. That one person 3 years ago called you ugly. To this day, you still avoid mirrors or hyperfixate on your looks. Person said that you're not going to succeed in something and that you should just quit. Now you're always walking with self-doubt. No matter what they said to you, a friend, family, lover, or stranger, it hurts a little because at our core, we are social animals. We need interaction. That's why rejection hurts so much. But I feel like when we hyperfixate so much on what other people have to say about our lives, we lose sight of who we are as an individual, our own values, our own hopes, our own aspirations. We get caught up in these webs of others' values, dreams, and ways of thinking, and it makes us lose our individuality. You've been struggling with social anxiety, or you let what other people say about you affect you, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to stop giving a fuck about what other people think. And without being said, let's get into it. Section 1. What are your values? When we care too much about what other people think, we lose sight of what's important to us, especially our values. Your values are basically the beliefs and principles you believe are important in order for you to live your life. Common values are things like family, integrity, discipline, and work ethic, but I want you to think of anything you believe are important for you to live your life the way you want, keyword you. And I want you to write down any of them that you can think of. Now I want you to cross out all but 5, ones you believe are the most important. After identifying your 5 most important values, make a promise to yourself to never care what other people say if it doesn't attack one of those 5 major values. Find out your own values, and it can take a bit of introspection. So I will say, if you're serious about this, you just need like a couple hours just to sit and think with no distractions about what you truly want, what you truly value in this world. So what do you do if they attack one of those values? What I want you to do is ask yourself, anytime someone does say something that attacks your values, is what they said true? If you can't truly say no to that question, who gives a fuck? Because what they're saying isn't even true. It's like calling a jacked person fat. Why should they care? They know for a fact they're not fat. Or like a rich person poor. They shouldn't care because they know they're not poor. The same thing applies to this. If you know that the thing that they're saying isn't true, why care? But what if it is true? That means it's a call out to your character, a wake-up call for you to change. And if anything, you should show gratitude for them because they just helped you grow. So no matter what the outcome is, you win. And if you always win, you never lose. So it's never a bad thing if a person does happen to say something about your values. Section 2, Murphy's Law. You've probably heard of Murphy's Law, but if you haven't, Murphy's Law is a law that states the more you fear something, the more likely that thing is going to occur. Think back to a time where a really stressful thing was coming up, like a presentation or job interview, or just whatever it was. You just kept on thinking and thinking that you're gonna say the wrong things, that you're gonna look awkward, and that you're gonna lose, or this and that. And what happened? Those things happened. And why did they happen? Because you never stopped thinking about those things. It was ingrained in your mind that they were gonna happen before you even actually did the thing. For example, I had a school presentation coming up. And you know what I feared the most? I feared embarrassing myself, my voice cracking, and me stuttering. And guess what happened? So how does Murphy's Law pertain to not giving a fuck about what others think of you? Basically, think of it like this. The more you worry and fear about those things people can say to you, the more likely you replay those images in your head. And the more likely those things are going to happen. But also when those things do happen, those things that you fear and worry that were going to happen, actually happen, they affect you way more than if you just didn't think of them at all. You let the external world affect you too much, and now it's the one controlling your actions instead of you. So how do you stop practicing Murphy's Law? You stop practicing it by practicing to be present. Now, how is being present going to help you stop doing Murphy's Law? Well, Murphy's Law is built on what ifs. What if I embarrass myself in front of all these people? What if that person was right that I should just quit? What if this? What if that? What if? What if? What if? What if? What if it's simply something that hasn't happened yet? When you say what if, you're acknowledging the fact that it hasn't happened yet, that it can be a possibility, and possibilities aren't guaranteed. But since you're so focused on that possibility that something can happen, you lose sight and forget the only thing that's guaranteed, the present, the things that are happening right now. Once you start focusing on the present, you will stop fearing and worrying about what ifs, and you will only worry about what you're doing now. So how can you be present? Well, first, the number one practice is meditation. Now, a lot of people don't understand the reasoning for meditation. People just do meditation in a way that doesn't really do anything for them. The Vedic Indians use meditation as a way to connect to one's deeper self through staying present and focusing on one's breath. Now, I'm not saying that you should go to the Himalayas and meditate for 30 years straight. I'm telling you that if you want meditation to truly help you stay present, the most important thing is focusing on your breath and your breath only. Don't focus on anything else but your breath. A good thing I do is on the inhale, I count to 1, then the exhale, I do 2, then inhale again at 3 and exhale again at 4 until I get to 10, which should be an exhale. And after that, I restart from 1, starting with an inhale. And I just say like 1 in my head out loud, by the way. So it's kind of like, and then in my head I'm saying 1, and then I exhale. And in my head I'm saying 2, then in my head I'm saying 3, and then exhale. I'm saying 4 in my head. And that's basically how I meditate. And that's kind of like the best way to do it. Just counting in your head. And the inhales, all your inhales should be odd numbers and all your exhales should be even numbers. And make sure to go slow with the breaths. So really deep breaths. So 1 in your head, 2. And that's basically it. Journaling is also really good. Our subconscious is responsible for around 95% of our thoughts throughout the day. So in the back of your mind, you probably have like a lot of ideas, feelings, and stress that you just need to get out. And you just need a place to dump all these feelings into something. Well, journaling is a great thing to do. I used to do this for a long time and it allowed me to gain clarity and feel better about myself. So literally just get a journal and every day for like 5 minutes a day, just write down your thoughts and just spew them out on the page. Like I usually do this like either at night or right after I finish my Eat the Frog task. So right after I finish like that really hard task that I have to do in like first thing in the morning, I journal and I also meditate. So you can do it whenever you want, but I feel like the best places to do these, like kind of like present kind of building things, are right after you finish your Eat the Frog task or right before you're about to go to bed. And once you like just spew everything that you need to spew on that page, you feel like a weight being lifted off. Like if you had 500 pounds on the bar in a squat rack and a person just took off 2 plates, now it feels so much lighter. That's exactly the feeling journaling has. And it can help you release some stress and it can help you feel like more free and like just makes you just feel more relieved and refreshed. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to limit bad habits, especially porn. Because every time you do a bad habit, you get like a little insecure about it. Just a little. And especially with porn, you get insecure right after you just did it. Like you ever had like that feeling, not post-nut-clarity, but that feeling that you just did the deed and you feel like people know what you have done? Like while you're talking to someone, you have like this feeling of paranoia that they know that you just tugged your rope. That feeling can make you more self-conscious, what makes you worry and fear about the what-ifs more, therefore making you give more fucks about what other people have to say about you. So limiting your bad habits and even replacing some with good ones will make you feel less insecure and improve your self-image. The fourth thing I want you to do, and in my opinion is the most underrated one, is nature walks. What I mean by nature walks is literally just go outside, no AirPods, no earphones, no phone, nothing. Just you, some clothes, and your feet. And you just walk. Walk through your neighborhood, see things. Feel the breeze like brushing through your skin. Feel like the rustling of the leaves. Like see the green grass. Look up at the sky, right? And just appreciate nature. Just look at nature and really look at it and really appreciate it with no outside distractions. Like you have no music playing, you're not looking at your phone. You're just appreciating nature and what it has to offer. But if you're gonna do one, nature walks is probably gonna be your go-to. It's really amazing. And bonus, like extra points or like whatever, extra credit or whatever. Why am I talking like a teacher? Anyways, you can grab like a leaf and just look at the leaf. Like I used to do this. I just looked at the leaf and like just see like the lines of the leaf, see like the texture of the leaf. just really just start appreciating nature and just start going out on walks and just start like exploring your own neighborhood. Start finding like new places to like go to. And that's something I really done, and it really helped me stay present. Section 3, is the worst case really that bad? What do I mean by worst case? Let's say you're doing a school presentation. Like, what are the worst things that can happen during your presentation? Well, your presentation can be unfinished and like really bad. You can stutter and voice crack like I did. It can be awkward and boring during the presentation. You can start shaking and dropping stuff. Now, does all that stuff seem really that bad? No, right? I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not bad to like the point where you have to let it eat at you. It's not bad to the point where it should let you affect your entire life. The Stoics have a practice. I just voice cracked. Wow. Anyways, the Stoics have a practice called negative visualization. Negative visualization is when you visualize the worst case scenario and visualize everything that can go wrong in that moment. That sounds kind of like, weird, right? Why would I want you to negatively visualize like that? I just told you that if you think about something over and over again, that negative thing is going to happen. Well, Murphy's Law also has a second part to it. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. I want you to understand that, yes, the things that you worry about and dwell on, those what ifs, they can happen whether you repeatedly think about them or not. Things can go wrong, and they are more likely to go wrong than right. But if you negatively visualize everything that can go wrong, first, you will be prepared to deal with it because you can now think of solutions. But more importantly, you realize that it's not as bad as it seems. And that realization will in turn make you more confident and sure of yourself. Once you realize the worst things that can happen to you at that time aren't the end of the world, you naturally stop worrying about them. So how can you start practicing negative visualization? The first thing I want you to do is to identify some of the most common self-conscious thoughts. Things like, are people gonna like me? Do they think I'm lame? Should I even do this? And now I want you to visualize the actual worst possible scenario, which is people actually thinking you're lame, people actually thinking that you should give up, people actually shooting you down and hating you. Did you die? I didn't think so. You didn't die, right? Were people's perspectives on you really as bad as you thought they would be? No, right? So why are you letting them have so much power over you? Why are you so scared of that possibility that can happen? Section 4, who are these people? This is going to be a very blunt section. Literally, who the fuck are these people? These people should mean nothing to you, unless they're your family or friends. But if you're just letting random people on the internet or in real life bring you down, I'm sorry, but you're kind of dumb. You literally do not know these people at all. Think of it like this. If you died, are they attending your funeral? Are these people that are bringing you down, saying stuff about you, these bullies, like making you doubt yourself, or like to like just make you have like this bad self-image? Would they even attend your funeral if you died? Now let's switch it up. If they died, would you even attend their funeral? And be honest, these people that you're so worried about and like they're controlling your actions, they're literally controlling your life. If they died right now, would you even care? Would you even attend their funeral? If they drop dead right now, and be honest, now I know that sounds harsh, but seriously, would you cry if they drop dead today? These bullies, these people that are making you doubt yourself, if they drop dead today, would you cry? If the answer is no, why do you care what they think? They mean absolutely nothing to you. At most, they should just be mindless noise. It should be one in the ear or out the other, whatever the saying is. Only listen to people that have your best interests at heart, that see you want to pursue something, that want to see you achieve. That doesn't mean your family or closest friends, just anyone that fits that description. They're the only people's opinion that matters. Even family and friends might be skeptical about like what you're doing, and like just don't hold that against them because they want to see you succeed, but they just think that the way you're doing it is risky and like it might not work in the end. At the end of the day, they want the best for you. So just because they're skeptical doesn't mean they don't have your best interests at heart. But honestly, if you can sense that your family or friends are generally hating on you and putting you down, cut them off. That's literally all you have to do, is cut them off. Because you don't need, even if they're family, I know, even if they're friends, you knew them for years, and your family is like literally your family. They're by blood. You probably knew them for your whole life. But if you can sense that, you can sense like they're hating, that they're trying to bring you down, that you're trying to be like crabs in a bucket, you have to cut them off. I'm sorry. Cut them off as in like you can see them, but like don't like, talk to them, like don't like have conversations with them. Don't try to be friendly with them. Just a quick hi and bye, and that's it. That's all I have for today. Remember, stop giving a fuck and do you. I wish you luck on your journey, and peace.